Hey guys, how you doing? Today we're going to be having a look at the riffs from the Great War by Sabaton. We're going to be having a look at the solo very soon in the next couple of days or so. We already have it transcribed, but there's a couple of new songs coming out. We want to try to put out listens for those as well. So it's going to be a couple of days before we put the solo listen out. The tuning for the song is going to be standard E. So get yourself in tune and let's have a look at the intro.
Alright guys, let's have a look at the intro. It's gonna be divided into 4 parts. The first part goes like this. So it's gonna start off with this 3 on the 5th string power chord. And then we're gonna palm mute that power chord twice at the end of the measure. And then we're gonna be doing it again on the second measure, so like this time it's gonna be a little bit quicker because it's gonna go like again with 2 palm mutes, and then it's gonna be a 6 on the 5th string power chord, and then on the 6 on the 6th string power chord, and then the 2 measures after that, the first one is just gonna be holding this 3 on the 5th string power chord. And the second measure is just going to be the 6 on the 5th string power chord, and then on the 6th string power chord. Okay, so that's the first part. The second part goes like this. So that's going to be again back to that 3 power chord, so it's gonna be and then we do it again, and then we palm mute it 3 times, and then we're gonna leave the rest in between. Then we're gonna palm mute it twice, and then we do the thing at the start, and then we palm mute it twice, and then we go back to that 6 on the 5th string, then 6 on the 6th string power chord thing that we had in the second measure of the first part, and then we repeat the first measure of this, like, and then we just play 4 on the 6th string power chord, and then the 6th power chord on the 6th string as well. Alright guys, so just to recap the first 2 parts of the intro, it's gonna be like this. Alright guys, so let's have a look at the third part of the intro. It's gonna be starting off similar to the second part, so like, but now the rest is just not gonna be as long, and we're gonna be having this after it. So like, that's just gonna be 4 on the 4 power chord on the 6th string 3 times. The first 2 are gonna be faster than the third one, I guess. So like, and then obviously it's gonna be followed by, and that last chord is the 6th power chord on the 6th string. So like, and now we're just gonna be doing the same thing. Now just 2 palm mutes, and now this, and now we do the same I guess first measure, so like, and now we just play the 4 power chord on the 6th string, then kind of inverted, I guess inverted power chord on the 6th string as well. It's gonna be 6 on the 6th string and 6 on the 5th as well, and then we play just a regular 6 power chord, so it's gonna be like, Alright, so the last part of the intro is just gonna be I guess at the end of it you kind of have a chord ringing out, but before that we have 4 measures. The first 2 are going to be similar to the third part, so it's going to be this. After it we hold this chord, which is 4 on the 6th string. That's like 6 on the 6th string, and then 5 on the 5th string as well. It's just gonna be power chords. Now after that we just hold this 3 power chord on the 5th string for 3 measures, I believe. Alright, now the recap of part 4. Anyway, that's the entire intro riff. Let's have a look at slowly of some taps. Alright guys, let's have a look at the pre-chorus riff. The verse riff isn't really just basically a rest for 9 measures. There's not really any guitars in it. And the pre-chorus itself is pretty simple. Anyway, this is the pre-chorus. It's just gonna be an 8 power chord on the 5th string. We're gonna be holding it for a measure. Then we're gonna be playing a 6 power chord on the 5th string, down on the 6th string, and both of them are kind of gonna be half notes. And then we're just gonna be repeating that. So like, we're just gonna be doing that twice. And now after we've done that twice, we're gonna be also holding for a measure the 4 power chords on the 6th string. And now after that, we're gonna be palm muting the 3 power chords on the 6th string about 8 times. And then after that, we're gonna be playing a palm mute on the 3 power chord, and then the 4 power chord without a palm mute. So like, and then we do that again. So, and then we just play the 3 power chord without the palm mute, and then we just leave some rest until the chorus comes along. So the entire pre-chorus riff. Alright guys, so there's actually gonna be a variation of the pre-chorus, the second pre-chorus. Instead of playing the 3 on the 6th string power chord 8 times, we're gonna be playing basically the 3 and then the 4 power chord, and then we repeat that 4 times. And then alright guys, so the chorus riff is basically gonna be the third part of the intro repeated twice. So like the yeah, that's basically just the chorus, the same as the third part of the intro, just repeated twice. Alright guys, so there's a variation of the chorus, which is the outro chorus. It's technically a key change. Everything's gonna be shifted up 2 frets, so like 2 half steps. So like the first chord, instead of the 3, we're gonna be playing the 5. And then everything just follows. Alright guys, so let's have a look at the post-chorus riff. It's gonna be just this. So something that gets repeated a lot is just these kind of 2 slow 3 on the 5th string power chord palm mutes with a quarter note rest in front of them. So we do the 2 palm mutes, which is followed by the rest 3 times, and then we have this. That's like kind of, we've had this all over the song. It's like the 3 on the 6 on the 5th string power chord, excuse me, and on the 6th string as well. And then next time we just do the 3 palm mutes twice, and then we do this again, but the chords are held for longer. So alright, so now for the variation of this, which is outro actually. At the end, instead of going like, we do this. So that's just gonna be a 3 on the 5th string power chord, then on the 8th fret, then on 6, and then 6 on the 6th string. And then after that we just hold the 3 on the 6th string power chord for like a measure. And then the 3 on the 5th string power chord for like 3 measures. And that's basically the outro riff. Alright guys, so the riff after the solo is basically just the first 2 parts of the intro. So those are basically the and then also the and that's basically just what's after the solo, just the same as the intro, but just the first 2 parts.
Alright guys, now let's have a look. Alright guys, now let's have a look at the second verse. Here's how the first part of it's gonna go. Alright, so the thing with this part is to kind of grasp the rhythm of it. There's not really much going on with the actual notes. It's just going to be palm muted power chords mainly. And it would be hard to kind of communicate the rhythm verbally to you. I think it would be much easier if you just listen to it slowed down and you kind of kept these key things in your head. The key things being, we're going to be dealing mainly with downstrokes here, since we're doing, palm muted power chords and not just single notes. So if you want to do a gallop would be, that's going to be down, up, down. That's what a gallop goes like. But since we're dealing with power chords now, it's going to be down, 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 and the first two downstrokes are going to be quick. So a gallop on a power chord would be. Alright, because we're going to have a lot of gallops in this part, and you need to keep that in mind. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Here's the breakdown of the first part. We're going to be on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, and we're going to do. So slowly. Alright, now we're going to go up to the 6th fret, and we're going to have. So we're going to do. That's 6 on the 5th fret, and then 6 on the 5th string, excuse me, and then 6 on the 6th string, and then we will have 8 on the 6th string. So alright, now after that we're gonna go to the 8th fret of the 5th string, and we're gonna do. So we're going 8 and then 6 and slowly. Oh, we need to keep in mind that at the end you're gonna have 2 downstrokes on this 8th chord before you switch to the 6th, so it goes. Alright, so I found that the change here to be a little bit tricky. And now the last part of part 1. So this is pretty interesting, because over here we have some tremolo picking on the root note at the end. So we're gonna be starting off. Right after the last 2 quick downstrokes you do, you're gonna have. That's just gonna be 6 alternating strokes on 6 of the 6th string. So we're not doing a full power chord here, just a single note. Alright, so it will be. Alright, and it's gonna be obviously quick because it's tremolo picking. Alright, now the second part goes like this. There's not really much. There are many similarities here. We're gonna be changing keys now. We're gonna be going up 2 frets. That's one thing. And the other thing, we're gonna be starting off with an actual hit on the chord. So the first chord is gonna be the 5th fret on the 5th string, and we're gonna go. You can notice we did a hit there instead of a palm beat at the beginning. And now we're gonna do. Because everything I just played is exactly the same as part 1, but just 2 frets up. So to recap, excuse me. And now another difference is that when we get to this 8 on the 6th string, you know, same as the first part, just 2 frets up, we're gonna do this. The difference from part 1 is that we don't have that little tremolo picking part at the end. It's just gonna be. Alright guys, so that's the entirety of the second verse. Let's have another look at it slowly with some tabs.
Alright guys, let's have a look at the bridge riff. We're gonna be starting off with holding this 4 on the 6th string power chord for an entire measure, then the 6th fret power chord, then back to 4, and then in the last measure we just do this. That's just gonna be kind of. We're just gonna be playing a 6th power chord, but with the 5th shifted up half a step, so it's gonna be 3 on the 6th string and 6 on the 5th string, and then we're just gonna be playing just a regular 4 power chord on the 6th string as well. So and then at the end we're just gonna be holding kind of an inverted power chord. It's just gonna be 1 on the 6th string and 1 on the 5th. And now the second part of it is just basically the same, except for the last measure, where we're gonna be holding this, the 6th power chord, for half a measure, and then we're gonna be strumming the street power chord for like a total of 8 times. So anyway, the entire bridge.
Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this lesson for the riffs from the Great War by Sabaton. Be sure to check out our Patreon page in the description below. You can support us to keep making this riff and solo lessons, and you can get some extra benefits. For example, we're going to be putting out the full transcription for the song with the solo a little bit before the video is actually out, so you get that before if you're already on Patreon. Other than that guys, if you have a request, leave it in the comments below, and happy shredding.